abusia mamu nyina makwa ba ye transe na fe ye di enkomo ahodo na vim lady afia pokua na e kase na ne nsem do a wode tudwa nyina efa eye attorney general ne nsensem ahodo wode aba betudwa edefa owura eye adubu ahen nsensem no ho na face so eye Sara Adwasafo ne nyina no yade se wa kire na adwene ede afahopa no wode tudwa no chese NDC amanyoko no yewura Canada ohina Agyapong Showdown no kaso de bema ba omia no yade se NDC amanyoko no ema NPP amanyoko no Showdown pa enye asenketo kra wode nchemu pina ene de atu edwa abusia yenkode ntie afia pokua film lady yeba be sinkonya na yedi enkomo ahodo na
no mu say edumeja naba it's likely said you before the blame never to almost ade chi na release oral report on suspect after between edumne oral there na ye beka ho asem at least this one will take center stage for a few days now my NDC aba o time no matimi ayo mu homework perform before you catch up they are giving you people around for your in fact Showdown now Kennedy Agyapong caso de bema baomiano in fact right now NDC is giving NPP showdown hands down this is 100% showdown. Mamu showdown and they are still giving you showdown. So my document no, they better or not. The first 120 days. There's a reason why they are being smart. So 120 days in the end is a MPP style baby. Because you are not being smart. And Kamulu do election and I'm financial executive emergency meeting. Obia amunim semotia and now you go on a apology tour, more patch out tour. Omunyina no ma kan ma munyina obia cool down alan kra monko me kan wa ha monko pa ne chew nyina mo antie and as I say popo biribiri as ya pity aduro bi agum so no obia kasa obia nobody cares about the consequences of what they are saying and yet because adidija within NPP na kasa adidijanti omo amudidija omunyina so esa all die be die njomu so be gu party no no mu gu no and omo mind this for ammunition and this for say the fire mo. I'm making Dominica in the press conference. Let me play. You see, just says, oh, they are my member Dominic. Oh Lord, have mercy. Hey, MPP, more problem. Monasa executive de Musaki Omunina. Musaki Omunina. Monty emergency management team. No more any because what is going on? Because if allegations are between Adwasafo and Waka, any the Dominica in I mean, who even doubt the Dominica in who even doubt allegation or oral for making? I am one of the persons that they be because I am running everywhere. You can't make allegations and just get away with murder. Okay, so be for 1 city, 2 city, you must prove it in a court of competent jurisdiction. But we also have a court of public opinion. That's what NDC is using now against MPP. They know, say they have court of public opinion. Until by the time Ubedu at Tuguba court, no, when the court of public opinion, I say, why you will not survive. You will not survive. You will not survive. NDC, you see, they are using all this to pave way for 2028. And this is being smart. And NDC for no money, your mother. Me say in a week, I galam say NDC supporters or moya galam say. Or mat yes, kwaye mu ye galam say serious. At yes, mu ye galam say serious. The same week, Ejato Adom. That is the same week issue weighing in about Edubohin. Namu guys, NDC is strategizing. Most of their mother namo kontokwa. Who is going to save Ghana? Ghana need no future. Ghana they are saving. What am I from Dominica in next year the Okano about Sika Okan yeah Asani about back to MPP issue no.
Vertex properties and we trace the proceeds of crime to Vertex properties also. They have Vertex properties owns 27 houses located at Oyarafa. Each house costs, an estimated cost of 295 United States of American dollars. We also know that they have 2 properties in London that we are tracking, and I'm going to trigger the mutual legal assistance between the United Kingdom and Ghana for us to be able to lay hands on those, properties.
Etiera Dominica no. Your signals. And this is one of the offices. Obia for the new course. Signals office their plan B. Obia nobody even thinks about that office. And no can it's just a divertisika. And you're free a buying coffers, moody alcohol, and matches sika dear basa sa. Yes, another one so.
I have registered companies which we are currently tracking. We are tracking all the companies. There are about 10, of them that they created with Advantage Solutions, mostly owning all the companies. For purposes of the investigation that is ongoing, we are not going to disclose those companies. But I want to warn any executive, director, or employee of each of the companies who, knowing that Mr. Dubois has been arrested, if they make movement of assets, we will track and arrest them and prosecute them. So they are all warned. All banks are also warned that if we see any wire transfers or cash withdrawals on any of the accounts belonging to Mr. Dubois and his companies, the bank managers and all their employees who are involved in those transfers will equally be arrested. After this press conference, no activity, and we are monitoring all their bank accounts from the Financial Intelligence Center. With the press of a button, we can see the movement of money, on any of the accounts. So we are monitoring that very, very closely. We know, for instance, that the 3 banks that they have been dealing with, in substantial financial transactions are UMB, Fidelity Bank, and Stanbic Bank. So we are monitoring them keenly. And the managers of this bank, if they are listening to me, should be careful about what they do on any account connected to Mr. Dubois and his wife and their companies.
Some of the allegations are this is very serious issues. They are monitoring and they send the warnings. Only the Nedumana Oye as Attorney General on a chief prosecutor for Abain or a chief prosecutor for Abain. It will be also prosecuted to be a Semansa. So this kind of confirms the suspicion that in Kofi. And I'm saying I wouldn't need political experience. I say where I'm making I won't tear you, but if you have political experience and you followed, and don't forget, this is something that happens. Kind of Usher President Rawlings, 2001, President Kufuor, there were allegations that were made against NDC for to say, Dr. Sipayanki, Rakwame Pepra, Moni Adia, Chikatamo. Eventually, some of those cases ended up in court. And Kwalana Moa, Namutina Modia Mobile, Namodia Moya, and Kofo, no moment said that in history, sir. In 2001, President Kufuor say some of those cases went to court. They were able to prove it. They jailed them, and some of them were pardoned after President Kufuor free power in 2008. NDC Baye under Professor Mills, similar allegations were made against NPP from Pennyphobia. Some of them they tried to prosecute them. If you want Professor Mills catch them, so any evidence he's a professor of law. Onkodi and a hoax I didn't get prosecutable. Uncle DBH and Kofa problems in back. And a Professor Mills didn't need a coy. Fast track first President Mahama Baye. There were issues involving allegations involving NPP4, and then allegations involving NDC4 were part of President Mahama and Kasabai. Eventually he went to jail. He was in court, and then he went to jail, was convicted, and went to jail. It's Ghana corruption issues need a war in politics. There's always a commingling of politics and law, any corruption, and you have to understand the history. But I'm saying it is not a good timing for NPP4, because also this week, parents said I just have for making allegations internally. Say for instance, school feeding. Onwa cover allegedly she couldn't prove it, but Onwa say as Minister for Gender at the time under President Akufo-Addo say Onwa uncover Sikedie. Onwa President Akufo-Addo what the report to command President Akufo-Addo and campaign. What do you make of that? She herself made those allegations. She herself.
Committee I made this one. Miss one minister biom. It's been na musa keke. Me belonging to the pejame. Me go confront kwa ansama ye pejame. And then go to committee be a friend judiciary meeting crying friend. And so formally the biano who currently da no kone nansi ko bisa ni say committee is the very na wo penny fa wonto so. E drumebi wo parliament na me namu me ni committee ya ye assign me to. Parliamentary platform MPC nani ya waso information ba ye hu mo meto aba ye the different group ni mu say me a traitor wona mo subu ni say okoy aba na mo sim obi akwa akwoto a mo di ba bonten saa no enya de na esi wo parliament enya no na esi wo and yet one single vote to be a car say a Nuntino or the BT a Professor Uke. A Tokwasi, and then you was here to ye. Never see a year beginning a year.
On the way, FBI, Peace FM, and I do it, but it's very, very serious. Allegations, look at her, she wasn't speaking about this allegation, but she mentioned allegations, on one day who report come at President Kufuor. The question is, had not President Kufuor was it that it was frivolous? Because even I have said, say, allegations won't make it against Obi to say message to consider say I just should just keep quiet because the woman is not alive. And now who hear allegations it's here you must give the person fair hearing. She's a lawyer, you know that. You must give the person fair hearing. Yes, any panel who know. And now back can some a good so I wouldn't say any panel tiase. And she has no means of defending herself. And then Asema who making how can the person even have a fair hearing in the matter? What you say, but it still begs the question. Any ordinary person be able to say, I don't do this point. How did you even get here? How did we even get to this point? What you say? And I make NPP before they have a lot of homework to do. But I see this year is not a good year for NPP. At least this first 6 months of NDC is not a good year for NPP. They must sit up, sack their executives. They just say, you can't even phantom. Who is in charge? This is the biggest opposition party. It is NDC crabbe to me govern here. It depends on how effective the opposition party is. Oko America sa, oko UK sa. Say Labour for the consecutive for the strength of the conservatives, no, and let's say how Labour will perform. America, the strength of the Democrats, and in fact, the two NPP for to say the two Democrats for America. As in Kuma, they can't see their way forward. And the abano to say Donald Trump PC or Connie style baby. Nobody can do anything to challenge him. They are not challenging him. Just say, but could be of individuals. It's that bad. That's the point of NPP. Because all these issues in they can resolve it internally. And so Daniel Bonting. And by now, no, this is the time LGBTQ plus law no way. NDC campaign say Oba, they will make sure they deal with LGBTQ plus. And then it's been 3 months. LGBTQ plus also be a canwasem. Galamsey a major issue. There were demonstrations every week. There was demonstration. It was an urgent matter that required agency in dealing with Galamsey. Say, see, a party boys at Tiagu Kwaye Munisium. Galamsey. NPP4 don't have the balls. They don't have the people. They don't have the men because they are busy fighting internal fire. They are busy fighting internal fire. To won't even cry no more. They are cockatcha by say abang. Okay, so LGBT asemo. Okay, so be fighting Galamsey. And to start dealing with those issues. These are the issues that affect everyday people. No, NPP4 now is busy fighting in Dokwa Wabonting. They are fighting in the Abain beer quality. It doesn't matter where you belong, but Abain beer, the quality of Abaino depends on Abaino Tiakonyaso and in the opposition. Because it checks and balances. And then a kind of philosopher bika, or say power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. And to the memory mabakufwa. Definitely to corrupt that person. It is incumbent on Abain bias and the performance no is dependent on opposition no. So opposition is good. So opposition is a good one. Obeti me actually Abain because Abain they normally or no namne kwan so. Say the na ka the ocha sa no nim se na chia. And the opposition is clever no me smart and no there be say o fa say ye say there be say. E bia na LGBT san opposition anya word and ke am pass sa law no. But it is because opposition here award and a parliament, all 275 MPs, Omunya voted in favor of LGBT law. No? That shows you how effective the opposition was, NDC, at the time and NPP Tiakonyaso. And the question is, NDC Tiakonyaso, how effective is NPP? We omo parliament here, I say, omo here, Juma Kakranwa. Party Nankasano structures, I say, collapse. Until they are not able to give NDC any direction. It says, see, NDC mistake here. They will make the mistakes. There's nobody to guide them. So, baby, you are not even able to guide them. By now, Ashanti region, minority caucus, they should go to Kumasi. Make proposal. Oh, say Nigeria Shio, this is a major disaster. Abaya, you say, it begs the question, say fire service, resources, also Adoma fire service. Yemfama or more. What are we doing? Is there a long-term plan? I the fire service support Bibama fire service, fire hydrants and comforting containers. So this is what we are challenging government. Government make sure that the fire service is resourced. This is the work of opposition. Here no, that's one opposition. One other no. Now opposition no kontokwa. No actual letter abra Joseph hey yedi Joseph hey menkasa Joseph say. It means that there were issues that executives when you fail to deal with. We see Dr. Baumia Wada, I'm sorry. Or more person who president or NPP money running mates. Now this is the time. You need to resolve the cracks because you can't if your party collapse, who to me by a candidate be our party so. Who to me by a candidate be our party so. What you say? Issues not very well.
Right, I was any pay quoting any a fear pokia vim lady nene and the chagu and yes in Konyana Fay and some more dia to jano ye di a home and common and I hear in common.
Showdown a day. A fear can Odika no council swap somehow no I am back.
Yeah,
because you know him say John Mahama wabay. And ya fe no waba abamu wa beti mampanida he knows where he was weak when baby na nemra yo it was but you don't expect him to commit the same mistake he committed at the time of buy
yeah
it o we na ma mu nyina na ade a me dey so far between say nya dia and some of kan opposition ade na tisa so that says we galam sia koso potopoto bibia amokan bia no ade the same thing na eguso ekodo omkasati ai no enum ne ade a ntino me okaka we ina bomu a enya de trigger me so that say ndi the fear pokuya kan yes NDC for who say no omasa baba mu dia they need to strategize and position themselves where
yes
between 2028 enyama mu nkoye den mo mu nti eba say na blame game odi ka be jam public no ahorowa ma public who say ene Kofi someone you pop money for na ono ade afa ho hyehyɛ ne diama nti de afia bokuya kan de me hunu say edam trododo but say this NPP for so mo paniye na mo beye wakantimi so me kan we na kan say say ala opposition no meton achepa go me kwa metie me bomb pass on top be 8 years me kwa me pa no jo mo aka so any ade ti mo pese omo sa ba ba mu dia they should be careful na to be so munye bold they what this scam pampa no munye bold kasa so be si dia yampa it was a kind of correct yes but mama justify and mo tata na mo tata make a ukra na wo wa no mo tata sika kwa ba kwa bia ya ma bia ni because before penny fund dey be more three omo timo three e be 80% out of the 100% sure so what I say and it defend ade anu say nye e bo man but because of your party members chinchina NPP dey sinya sa ba say no dey tie twin candidates for assembly be say obofo no dey na ho hugya so
yes
ana mo ma nyere ye tiri akofo maba eti mo na mo de ne yebeka na du NDC so be no opposition na so mo to di nsemu no a yaka ti dey feel okuya kan dey showdown dey indeed koso pa
right, I'm say like share na fa comment in the comment section. I say fa MIA yakramo.